Hey guys, welcome back to the course and to the brand new section, Search Engine Marketing, also known as SEM. Now at this point, you should be familiar with SEO, or Search Engine Optimization, and you already probably know about many of the strategies involving keywords. There's a lot of overlap between SEO and SEM. Now, maybe you're writing articles and posts that focus on keyword phrases or specific questions people might search for on Google. If you're using keywords and optimizing your site and pages with code and other attributes that we covered, then your SEO efforts are probably off to a decent start. But here's the thing with SEO. SEO is a long-term game, and it's a long-term game even to see the first results. Getting your page ranked for a decently trafficked keyword, getting it ranked, say, like number one, that usually takes months, unless your keyword is just insanely specific. And the reason why that just takes so long is because, well, it's the organic way, right? You're not paying any money. I mean, sure, you're paying money to maybe hire someone to write content for you or to do link building for you, but you're not paying Google anything. Now, the alternative option is search engine marketing, and it has benefits that are different than SEO. Now, SEO, like we said, it takes way long time to even show up. But SEM, on the other hand, you can actually just pay money and then show up at the top of a search result. Paid search efforts help you skip the line and then go straight to the top of the search pages. Well, obviously sometimes. Now that's what SEM and the next section are all about. Now to understand SEM, you need to understand how Google's paid search advertising platform works, and that is called AdWords. AdWords allows you to place bids and then eventually pay to have your ads featured on specific search result pages that match the keywords you're targeting. Now your ads could be text-based, like the ones we see at the top of search result pages. They could also appear as banners if you get a actual graphic done, and you'll see those on web pages. Or it could be some kind of hybrid where you might see it show up specifically on phones in a much smaller format. However, just as Google tries to show the best and most relevant search results in its organic results on its SERPs, remember search engine result pages, Google also tries to match users with the best ads. So no matter how much you might pay to advertise, you still need to understand the most effective ways to create your ads. And that is something that we're going to cover in this section. So in the end, you can use what you've learned about Google, AdWords, and paid search, and then apply many of the same principles to things like social advertising as well. Facebook ads in particular are pretty popular, and for certain businesses and certain advertisements can be pretty effective. So by the end of this section, you'll have a lot of ideas about how you can use paid efforts to quickly reach the audience you need across multiple kinds of platforms and devices. One thing worth pointing out is that SEM is in a sense like SEO in that in order to master it, it takes a long time. However, you can start seeing results as soon as today, right? So with SEO, we have a long, let's say 6-month plan. And by the end of 6 months, you could easily be a #1 page rank. With SEM, you can show up tomorrow. However, it's going to be pretty unoptimized. And that over time, you're going to have to go through a trial and error process to really get something that works. Search engine ads don't work for all businesses. Okay, sometimes they're really expensive. Sometimes your keywords are just way too saturated and too many other people are trying to advertise for them. So in a lot of cases, it's not going to seem feasible at first, but again, over time, you may find that with some optimization and some tweaking of your strategy, you can actually find a niche that works for you. The same thing goes for social ads, and we're only going to focus on Facebook ads in this section, but it's kind of the same principles. You can put something up tomorrow, start getting traffic, see how the traffic responds and if they convert. But then over time, you're going to slowly start iterating on it. And eventually, after a couple months and a couple rounds of iteration, you'll probably have figured it out. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next lecture.